Let's talk about the.
Let's talk about this murder factory, online child murder factory, transgendered bigotry.
God. Wow, I was getting so mad seeing the call for guns, and if you don't fight the NRA, which I am happy to fight the NRA, trust me. If you're supporting the MAGA, this is all on you. Go to hell. You guys are idiots. This is all 100% on the left. 100%. Everything about this is completely on the left. And it's not uniquely because this person here was a woman, basically who was LARPing as a man. No. That has very, very little to do with this. We have created a culture here in our society today where it basically is the agenda to try and screw up children as much as possible. Any little girl who used to be called a tomboy now, it's like we try and just like inject them with all sorts of things saying like, yeah, go live in your fantasy world, not just until you hit puberty and you grow out of it, but this is going to be, you're setting the direction for the rest of your life. We push kids down, shove them in front of social media, try and just morph their brains into, you have to go along with our ideologies. And if you disagree with us, you're a terrible person. If you're a white person, you're a terrible person. If you're male, you're a terrible person. If you ever displayed any sort of rage or anger, oh my God, the toxicity that's exuding from you should be put out of your misery. Try to cuckify every man that's out there, and then make them all nuts. And when they start going crazy, and one of them goes crazy, you're like, you know what we need? Now that we made so many people crazy, you know we have a problem? We don't have enough mental health professionals. Are you out of your minds? We have more mental health professionals than we've ever had before by light years. I mean, you can't like walk out the street. If you got mugged anytime in the last 6 years, it was probably a mental health professional, because everyone is a mental health professional. And even if you can't afford one, there's so many self-help books, and you go to YouTube, go to this article, whatever stupid little problem you have. Trust me, there's someone out there who's already diagnosed it 6 ways to Sunday, and yet these kids still can't find the help they need. Oh my God, they can't. That's really the real problem here. No, the problem is that we've created a world, a culture, which is designed to make them screwed up in the head. And then when one of them actually manifests in a way that is horrific to themselves or to others, all of a sudden it's like, you know whose fault it is? It's the gun's fault. I can't believe we have so many guns. As if, like, if they didn't go shooting up a place, they wouldn't be a lunatic. If they managed to restrain themselves in that moment or didn't have access to guns, that they're totally happy people. They're totally normal people. No, the gun is just enabling them to manifest in a way that society actually takes notice and says, oh my God, we got a lot of psychos roaming around here. But the fact of the matter is, if you manage to successfully get rid of guns, God forbid, oh my God, can you imagine what a tyranny we'd be living in that situation? But if we were living in that, or if guns had never been invented, we would just have a bunch of lunatics here who would be completely miserable and no less miserable, except for the fact that maybe I guess they didn't get a chance to vent it out by creating these horrific acts. And we've just had the society that's just creating a worse and worse society for our youth. Our kids today are so messed up, so angry, so confused, so twisted up into knots. And the more twisted they are, the more we say, you know what? You can just imagine that problem away. And if you imagine away, we'll even do surgery on you to help you imagine that problem away. And then all of a sudden, instead of facing conflicts and recognizing the beauty and blessing of conflicts, because challenges in your life, as much as they can be challenging and difficult and disgusting and feel cruel and unfair, it is the ability to fight through those challenges and look at them not as a curse, but as a blessing, that you develop strength and grow beyond that. But no. Our kids are not taught to do that. Instead, they're taught to put their heads and hide away and pretend that this is not a real problem and I can just go off and do my thing and just pretend. And the world is obligated to cater to that stupid nonsense. And if not, you're insensitive jerk and toxic masculinity. And oh my gosh, what a terrible person. And then when one of those branches out, which obviously is going to pop up more and more often, that's not becoming a smaller problem. It's becoming a much, much bigger problem. No matter how many mental health professionals you decide to throw out there, it's becoming a bigger and bigger problem. And what do? What's the response? Oh, too many guns. Too many guns. Go to hell. It's all on you. You're making these psychos, and you're going to continue churning out these psychos. And you know what we need to do? You want to stop this? One place we have to start, number one, is say we're done with the grooming of kids. Girls are girls. Boys are boys. There's two genders. There have been two genders for the last countless millennia. You can dispute with me how many thousands of years it is, or millions of years if you're one of those evolutionary people, whatever it is. But the fact of the matter is, there has always been two genders. There will always only be two genders. And telling some mixed up kid that, hey, you're a different gender and you can LARP as a girl for the rest of your life and make video podcasts and everyone's going to love you, all you're doing is you making them hate themselves for the rest of their lives. And this nonsense has to stop. You want people to stop becoming lunatics, make this stuff stop. And hold these people accountable for not teaching these children to grow into adults, but telling them remain a child in Never Never Land for the rest of your lives. And I'm sorry that I took over your show for the last 5 minutes, but
you're sorry? That was fantastic. I disavow everything you said. I just wish I had 8 cigarettes right now. My God. Somebody get me a towel. that was fucking fire. That was perfect. No, you're 100% right. It's great. It's the gun's fault. It's the gun's fault. It can't be the mental health issue. It can't be the fact that we're shoving this idea down everybody who can't take it, who can't take some moment in their life. We're going to just shove down the idea, well, actually, you're just a different gender. That's the source of all your fucking problems. Yeah. And we get surprised when they off themselves at a higher rate than anybody else. We get surprised when there's violent outbursts. And the only thing stopping an epidemic of transgender violence is just how fucking rare transgenderism really is, despite how much it's pushed on us constantly. But as that scale starts to tip, I think we're going to see it catapult us, us on this scale into perpetual instances of violence, criminology, and mental health, basically the results of poor mental health. And I love it that you call out all the fucking mental health professionals, because they're like, it's like black people and life coaches. My God, everybody's a therapist. Everybody's a counselor. It's like, are we serious? No, they're not. And most of them aren't any good at it at all. And we need to stop. But no, that was beautiful, brother.